What's up guys, in this video I will show you how to find out subreddit requirements, and in this video I will go into detail what you can do step by step in order to go into SFW and NSFW subreddits and find out with a very high chance if they have certain requirements. And in the end I will also give you a software which is making this process very automated. But first of all, I would like to show you how to do this entire thing by yourself, how to be able to find out the subreddit requirements by yourself. And yeah, let's start right away with a SFW subreddit, because I think that's also very interesting for a lot of people that are farming karma, that are just wanting to post on Reddit for promotional services and stuff like this. And this is why I will go in here and I will show it for the first subreddit that is basically popping up here on my For You page, which is called Am I Overreacting? This subreddit is interesting because I know, for example, that a lot of people are farming karma in here, and this is also why this is, for example, from my experience right away, a good subreddit for example, common karma farming, because we made the experience before that this subreddit is allowing this. But what can you do now in order to find out what actually subreddit requirements have and what is possible and where you can find them? First of all, it is important to understand what subreddit requirements are actually existing. And first of all, for those people who are new to Reddit, there's certain things. Let's go in the first profile here, which is popping up. Yes, so we have her. First of all, the first thing which subreddits could have a requirement for is the account age. This is the first indicator which we have. This one is public, this one is very easy to access, and this one is very easy also to find out. Then we have the next one, which is the post karma, which you can see here on the top left above my cursor. And then you also can see the common karma. And those are the three things which are visible, which are interesting for us. And those are the three things which we will focus on. Besides those three requirements which can exist for subreddit, there can also exist something which is called CQS. CQS requirements are basically contributor quality score, which is basically something like a trust score. And some subreddits set that also to something moderate. For us, unfortunately, with doing research, it is impossible to find out. We can only find it out with testing. If you want to know what your CQS is, you can go in here and you can just put in CQS. What is my CQS? This one here. And there you basically can find out your CQS. You just need to do a simple post, and then you can go here, and then it will get displayed here as, for example, highest. And then you know, okay, this account has the highest CQS possible. Let's go back now to Am I Overreacting and this subreddit, and I will show you now step by step how to find out manually what the potential or probably the requirements of this subreddit are. First of all, we want to find out, okay, does this subreddit have requirements in order to comment on it? So let's check through the comment section. What I normally would do in this situation is now to go into the comment section and check who is actually commenting on my posts or on those posts which are getting displayed here. And what you can simply do is open a few profiles like this, first one, then we have the second one here, third one, fourth one, fifth one, six, and now we have 6 profiles. Okay, we'll check now. First of all, we have to check what are the people having which are posting in here actively. And first of all, what you need to understand, if you see someone who's posting in there, you know, okay, he is fitting into the requirements. So what you can basically do now is you can take a lot of profiles together, combine them, and check what is the lowest common karma, which all those profiles have combined, what is the lowest post karma, and what is the lowest account age. And based on that, you will get, if you do enough profiles, if we check enough profiles to the point where you will understand, okay, this is probably like the point where this subreddit allows to do this and this. For example, this one, he's giving us very high amounts from everything: high age, high post karma, or not high, but not a low post karma, and also a high common karma. So this one doesn't really give us a proper indication. Let's check the next one. This one is more interesting. As we can see here, we have 1 post karma, means now we already know, okay, we have no post karma requirements, and we can see we have 161 common karma. What I like to do now in this situation is, for example, to scroll down and check, was this person here already in the beginning posting in the subreddit? And yeah, we can see this person was right away posting in this Am I Overreacting subreddit without having any comment karma farmed before or gotten before, because as you can see, all his comments here so far, they did not reach any proper amounts of comment karma. So in this case, we can assume that it is possible for us right away to also comment in there. What you should keep in mind is that here could be some comments in the past that we're not seeing anymore that still were having a certain amount of karma, and then which got deleted or removed, whatever, and that they got this karma, and then afterwards he was able to. But in this case, I'm not assuming this. The possibility for that is very, very low. It can happen, just so you know that. But yeah, in this case, we already have basically now the requirements for post karma, which is not existent, and we also not have a comment karma, which is existent in order to comment. Very important that you keep in mind to comment on the subreddit. Next thing is, okay, we still have here the account age, which is very high. So in this case, we cannot say, okay, we also have a low account age, which we need in order to post in here. So that's why we will check from all profiles. Next one here, also 5 months, also old. Next one, 2 years, also older. This one is an NSFW profile, also 7 years. Let's check further, 5 years. So in this case, 4 years. In this case, we would need to check further. But what you can be sure of is that the moment you find an account, for example, with 1 day of age and he posted a comment in there, there's probably no requirements anymore. I will now continue with the post karma, but I think you understand now how this system works and how you will be able to find. What I can tell you in general, by the way, most subreddits for commenting especially do not have any requirements. If it comes to post requirements, there's most of them actually having requirements, but this is what we will check out now. This is also the important part which I want to show you. And let's get into this also for am I overreacting, because what you can first of all do is you can check the rules. This is the first thing I would personally do in order to find out if this subreddit has any requirements in regards to comment or post karma in order to post in their subreddit. As we can see here, no disturbing content, no false report, no identifiable information, whatever, no spam, AI posts or self-promotions, no impersonation. But here's nothing really sad about comment karma, post karma farming in general when you are allowed. We can also obviously also check the pin posts. We can check here, for example, I always press Command and F on MacBook, and then I can basically filter through the entire site if there's any word, because reading all of this obviously takes a lot of time. So this is how I'm trying sometimes to make this process fast, but in this case, there's nothing in there. So we'll probably have to read this real quick or like scan over it. But for me, it actually looks like it's similar rules as here, pretty much the same. So in this case, we're not able, based on the rules, to find out what requirement this subreddit may have. What we need to do now is same thing as before. We need to check through the user profiles. We have no other option, unfortunately. This is how it goes here on Reddit. But first thing, what we can see is the first person who's posting a post in here has minus 36 comment karma, which basically means right away we have no comment karma requirements because he's already in the negative side of comment karma, and you can't even set requirements for that. So basically we know already right away from this profile there is no comment karma requirements in order to post in here. We can check the next profile also. He has 3 years of age and he has a lot of karma from both, a lot actually. So that's not interesting for us. This is an ad. Let's check here, this account. 6 years of age, also a lot of comment karma. What I'm assuming now is that this thing here has some age requirements. What is interesting also to me is that, oh no, sorry, I thought the same picture got posted 2 times. But what is interesting to me here is that most of the accounts actually have age. And this is also what I'm assuming, that this thing here has requirements in regards to age, but maybe actually not in regards to karma. And now this is where will the software step in, and I will show you this now. And for this, I'm opening the Redscope bot. This is a software actually by myself. I created it in order to analyze Reddit and in order to get informations about Reddit. And I will show you how the software works. We also have a lot of other tools here. But for me, for this video, it is interesting to analyze the subreddit requirements. So this is exactly what we will do now. We will take the subreddit, am I overreacting? Here, we'll just copy this here and we will put it in here. Once we start that, the entire process of analyzing the profiles and checking how much karma does they account or these accounts have is automated by this software. And let's just start this right away. and then he will start scanning. He will analyze between, I think, 60 to 200 users, depending how much post volume was there in the last days. And this obviously needs some time. So this process is taking around 1 to 2 minutes. But once this is done, we will get inside data of everything which we will need. And until then, I will pause the video and I will also tell you how long it took Redscope in order to find out those data. So it took around 2 minutes actually, and we were able to find out the exact requirements for the subreddit. What we can see here, the bot Redscope analyzed 200 users, and what we get is data based on the accounts that are posting in there and having the lowest amount of post comma, comment comma, and youngest account. And what we can also do is we can check those accounts manually if we want to, obviously. In this case, okay, this account isn't displaying, so let's do it like this. Otherwise, photo 4285. And yeah, as we can see, this person did a post. This is a post, this is a comment, just so you can differentiate. And you can see here, it found this person who has basically 0 comment comma, 0 post comma. He got the post comma from this one and 0 account age, and he was able to post in here. So this is for us the perfect way in order to find out instantly how much requirements and like in general posting requirements and stuff like this a subreddit has. And yeah, you can do the exact same thing for NSFW subreddits as well. You can use the software for that as well, because I know a lot of OFM guys are watching me, and I'm also obviously doing OFM myself. So yeah, make sure to do it like this, to find out subreddit rules exactly the way I just showed you, and make sure to optimize this way with the software Redscope, which is, by the way, 3 days for free, so you can check it out completely for free. I will link it as the first link in the description. But yeah, this is how to find out on the one side manually, completely for free, the subreddit requirements in order to comment or post somewhere. And then if you wanted to have it optimized and in a faster way, you can also use Redscope for it. And you can also be sure that this is very, very close data and that this is also completely correct. Yeah, if you should have any questions, please feel free to ask this in the comment section. Also, you can join my free OFM group in order to get the news information about Reddit OFM, to discuss with other agency owners. And yeah, besides that, guys, I wish all of you an amazing day, a good start in the next year, and we see us. And yes, bye-bye.